Hello, Kristen coming at you here for the bonus of the TUAC 5-minute challenge. Here is red. So I had decided I would go ahead and take a stab at this. And I am going to use my jelly plate and a little red, obviously, for today. So I am going to roll that out. And yes, I'm pretty sure my little jelly plate has a little dent in it. I'm sure that I had it probably stored incorrectly, would be my guess. But we're going to go ahead and use it just the way it is. So it is perfectly imperfect. And it'll be just fine. So I did get a little heavy-handed with the paint, so I am just taking just a little bit back off. I just want to make sure that I've got kind of a nice, thin, even layer, and I had already kind of scoped out. I really liked this particular image. I cannot think of the actress's name, but she's always super dang adorable. And so I just wanted to use her with this print and see if we couldn't get this to go. So I am just doing a little rubbing at making sure that, again, my image is down nicely and is firmly against my little jelly plate. So just grabbing a little sheet of deli paper just to kind of catch those little edges, because my copy obviously wasn't as wide, but I was loving, look at those little bits that are on that deli paper, super yummy. So I'm gonna do a double check and see how my image is coming through here, and I'm gonna try rubbing just a little bit more. Like, I feel like I'm probably already, it'll just be what it is, but I thought, well, I'll just try rubbing just a little bit more here one more time before I peel her off. So the other thing that is important here is to make sure that this initial layer is kind of dry. So I am going to use my hair dryer here. And again, it's on low, it's on warm, it's not super hot. And like I said, I just wanted to make sure again that basically that paint, that transfer layer is dry before I continue on. So I do like using, this happens to be kind of a white beige neutral. And this is what I typically like to use for this type of work. I can't remember exactly what the color, I'm just not doing well with what I'm supposed to be probably telling you. So, but again, a nice thin layer, and we will put my little piece down. And again, my main focus again was kind of capturing her face, the arm, the hand, that kind of thing. That's what I was looking for. And you can see that, obviously I put down the deli paper to kind of catch those extra bits because we don't want to waste any of the good jelly printing. And look at that. Yep, I'm liking that a lot, actually. And then we'll kind of see what I get here. So I am liking this already. I love that there were already kind of prints, like that little 4-point star was part of one of my stencils that I like to use from Stencil Girl. I like that was down prior to, before doing the image transfer, and that with my pull, I was able to grab just a little bit more. That was kind of cool, actually. So, and when you have the jelly plate out, like, what? Like, you have to just keep going, do some more printing here. I was trying to decide. Of course, I'm just going to grab just a little corner, a little extra bit on my little deli paper here. Again, loving that extra, those little kind of crusty goodnesses here. And I was trying to figure out what in the heck I'm doing. I'm pretty sure I'm looking for something, obviously. You're like, hello. Yes, a little stencil, because who can resist? I was thinking, why am I stenciling here? I should have been, doing something more with my image transfer, but then I decided, you know what, at the end of the day, it's still red. I'm still doing the red work. So why not use a stencil and grab just a little bit more off of that jelly plate? Because once you start, it's really hard to just not do any more printing here. So I'll just grab just a few extra little bits again off of my plate and put it onto my little deli paper. because they're super goodness. And I love, those are like my favorites, the ones that kind of have those little ghost prints that you don't actually get the whole thing off of. Those, again, my favorite. You just can't replicate those at all. So I'm looking for an open tube of paint, which that one appears to be well loved and still apparently has some paint in it. So just putting down a little bit here. I think my goal actually was to be able to kind of grunge up my print that I made on that craft paper. So it looks like I'm just breaking out all the stuff. Anything within arm's reach apparently is free game here. So I think that was a distressing ink, and always love a little Quinn Azo Gold here. And yes, I am loving how that is kind of grunging up that print just a little bit. And adding just a little something else to the paper here, instead of just being a single print. And I love that you can kind of see her face and her hand, but then the rest is a little bit abstract, right? So I thought, ooh, I grabbed a black pen and basically outlined what I wanted her and her body and her hair to look like here. So I took some creative liberties, and I'm just putting down a little more of that same red, and I'm going to go ahead and paint her back in here just a little bit. So I don't know that I necessarily need to chit-chat you through the whole rest of me painting, because that's exactly what I'm going to do. But I have to say, at the end of the day, I loved how she turned out. So I was super happy that I took the liberties and drew her in the way I wanted her to be. And I will just let you finish kind of watching and see what you think at the end of the day. So I just want to say thank you again to everyone who stopped by and took a look, watched the videos with our challenge. So thank you for all of the likes, especially all of the comments, your questions. I just really appreciated all of it. So again, I'll just let you enjoy, but thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.